Welcome everybody to my Shadowdark gameplay, Ashen Hounds Chapter 8. Alright, so this one is a good one. It's a bit different than the last few, and here's why. So our mercenaries are back in town. We pick it up there with the guild. They just finished cashing it in, getting all their money from their loot and their big haul from the previous adventures. And in this one, we handled the carousing. So we did all the carousing rolls. They all chipped in 100 gold pieces so that they could have some carousing downtime. If you're not sure how that works, basically, depending on how much you chip in, each player then rolls a d8 with a bonus based on how much they chipped in, and whatever result they get, it varies for different players and that kind of thing. So I narratively got it all done up based on what they rolled, and you're going to see that at the beginning, which is pretty fun. It's a great way in this system to explain what happens during downtime. If you want to just go from mission to mission and you don't want to spend too much time just role-playing in town, doing shopping, that kind of thing. So, like, it's just a great tool for those who just want to skip that, because that's the type of game I'm running here, where it's just mostly focused on the missions that the Ashen Hounds send these mercenaries on. We'll do a bit of role-playing throughout the town, as you'll see in this game, and in other various aspects, but yeah. So I just think that's a great part of Shadowdark is the carousing. And then we get into Wizards and Thieves. And for those who don't know, in the Shadowdark core book, there's a couple pages on the most common type of gambling game in Shadowdark settings. You know, it's optional to use. So I'm going to try it out. You guys will see that. That's a good laugh. The players absolutely loved it. They wanted to actually keep playing Wizards and Thieves, but due to time, I'm like, well, we got to get on with the game and the adventures. We can't sit here gambling all night. But either way, it was a great laugh. So you're going to see that part. Hope you enjoy that. Now, if you remember back at the very first chapter, the very first video, I explained to the players how as they earn more gold, 10% of it goes into a guild fund, and then they can contribute their own money if they want. And the players in the previous chapter, they wanted to use all the funds right away and chip in some of their own, and they upgraded their guild to have an underground market where they can purchase magical items. So we get into that a little bit. You can see how that's going to work, and as the players now do more missions, even though their players may come and go and die off, the guild will continue to grow so that all their future characters will then have more options available to them, and they can it's like just a cool way to like make them feel a part of the guild. So I'm excited that I created all that stuff from scratch, and the players are loving it as well. And finally then we get out onto an adventure, which, you know, won't spoil anything there for you, but I just want to let you know a little bit of what is happening in this particular episode. There's a lot of role-playing, a lot of stuff there in town, in the city of Eldrach. Either way, let's dive into it. It's going to be a blast. So we pick up within the guild hall as the guildmaster hands each of you 20 gold coins and informs you of the Wizard and Thieves event taking place in 2 nights' time at the Eternal Twilight Tavern that is being hosted by an old friend. He'd like you to go, show your support, blow off some steam, and take place in the games. So as he hands Rothgar his 20 gold coins, he does a double take and stares at you for a moment. Well, what have we here? I've known the Shadowdark to age many an adventurer, but never restore one's youth. Fascinating.
Not sure what you mean, because I've got a bit of a youthful glow.
Right. And then he walks across the way and hands all the rest of you. He seemed a little bit confused by your response.
I'm just gonna like silently mouth he doesn't know, but not out loud.
Oh. So as he's handing you the coins, Luther, you say that, and he's just like, oh my. And then he just continues on with a slight snicker. First time you've seen him smile in a while. Now, he says, oh, I almost forgot to ask. Tell me of your exploits into the Bittermold Keep. Is there anything that I should be made aware of?
Well, there was a giant slime that tried to eat my bones.
Wow.
There also seems to be some sort of a creature in there that goes by Mugdalblub.
Mugdalblub. And with that, you see his eyes go a bit wide. I haven't heard that name in quite a while. What of this Mugdalblub?
Seems to be this giant starry pool that manifests in different ways.
Are you saying it's there, in the keep?
Yes, it unfortunately did strike myself and Rothgar. Though we did manage to reverse his ailment, mine is still plaguing me, and I'll take my glove off and show him my six-finger hand.
Looks at it, and he grabs your extra finger and kind of just moves it around a little bit. Oh. Yeah. That is something. That's bad news indeed. I'll have to keep that in mind. And he sees, just like ponders for a moment.
We had to make a deal with a group of halflings to really get entrance to the keep. They call themselves the Howlers. They wanted us to bring the head of Lady Bittermold to them, but they had a large amount of numbers in the keep above ground. We felt it was better to avoid them when we left and exit through the rear and not bring them the head, because once we brought them the head, we were done to them. We figured they might turn on us.
Howlers and Bittermoles. Fascinating. Very well. Showing him the letter, or are you going to keep that for yourself?
I'm giving him the letter, yeah.
All right. So as he grabs the letter, he looks at the broken seal, and then he takes a moment to read it over. Grave news indeed. It appears as though there's a new cult brewing within the city. A movement for the great devourer of Mugdalblob. Leave this with me, and I will look into it further. And perhaps I will call on you all when I discover more. Though I don't think we're done with the Bittermold Keep. But I will not be sending you or anyone else back there anytime soon. But I will keep it under observation. For if that is where Mugdalblob resides, that's too close to home. He gives you all a nod and departs. As you all depart the guild hall, you all chip in coin and spend a full day and night of revelry, gambling, and recounting your exploits. Glad to be around your own kind and away from the wretched Bittermolds and the dirty Howlers. So over the next couple days, a few interesting events occur based on your carousing checks. And we will start with Luther. The Elder Tree Forest is but a short walk from the city of Eldrach. This is where Luther found himself to clear his head of the horrors he witnessed within the Bittermold Keep. In the heart of this mystical forest, Luther, a seasoned male ranger, found himself drawn to the serenity emanating from the sacred groves dedicated to Geed, the god of nature. There, amidst the ancient trees and vibrant flora, you encountered Myrtle Wildsoul, a wise and gentle female halfling priestess devoted to the deity. Impressed by Luther's respect for the natural world and the balance that it held, Myrtle soon discovered that their values aligned. Deepening their bond, Luther pledged to donate a portion of his wealth to support the preservation of the Elder Tree Forest, fostering a friendship in the process. Before parting ways, Myrtle provided Luther with a stalwart sunberry, a rare berry that grows within the grove. She informed him of its use, and may it bring him the strength he needs in the Shadowdark. So that is your priest NPC ally. When consumed, grants a +4 bonus to all checks for 5 rounds. But it's only a 1
Does
use.
it consume as an action, or is it?
It's the same as like a potion or whatever, so it does not take an action.
Okay.
As long as you're using it for yourself. And you only have one of them. It's like a little bunch of those, and you just gotta kind of pop them in your mouth, and kind of as a free action. And yeah, for 5 rounds, you'll get a +4, which is a lot in this game. So it's kind of like, yeah, if you ever need something's going down, you can do that. Use that. All right, the dwarves. Amidst the rowdy atmosphere of the Shrouded Lantern Inn, Kilvar and Bandek, 2 seasoned dwarven adventurers, sought refuge to celebrate their triumphant return from the treacherous Bittermold Keep. Swirling mugs of ale in hand, they regaled the patrons with tales of their daring exploits, enthusiastically advocating for the merits of their respective deities. Kilvar for Madeira the Covenant, and Bandek for Saint Taragnus. As the night wore on and the ale flowed freely, the spirited debate transformed into a heated argument, culminating in a full-blown brawl that engulfed the entire tavern. The city guards intervened, putting an end to the chaos and escorting the intoxicated dwarves to the local jail for a sobering night. Upon reflection, the next morning brought newfound camaraderies as Kilvar and Bandek, now good friends once more, shared a hearty laugh and a hefty sum of gold coins to settle their tab with the authorities. The duo departed the jail, reminiscing about the escapade and agreeing that in the end, it was all good fun, even though they'll doubt they'll be able to go back into the Shrouded Lantern Inn anytime soon. But hey, at least there are 2 more pubs in town. And Hrothgar. The bustling marketplace of Eldrach was filled with the clamor of haggling and the clanging of metal as Hrothgar tried unsuccessfully to sell his surplus chainmail. The local blacksmiths dismissed him, claiming they had enough in stock and no need for additional armor. Hrothgar, burdened by the weight of this extra suit, decided he would find a buyer elsewhere. His determination led him by chance with someone named Artie, a young man who claimed his brother needed the chainmail for an upcoming adventure. Trusting Artie's word, Hrothgar followed him to a wagon repair shop across town. As Hrothgar waited outside the shop, Artie disappeared momentarily to check on his brother. However, when Artie returned, it became evident that Hrothgar had walked into a trap. 8 armed thieves emerged from the shadows, surrounding him in a narrow alley behind the shop. The thieves, members of the notorious Lunar Larcenists, sought to seize both the chainmail and Hrothgar's hard-earned gold. Drawing his sword, Hrothgar vowed to not let these criminals take what was rightfully belonged to him. The ensuing battle was fierce, with Hrothgar proving his mettle by dispatching 3 of the thieves, despite sustaining wounds in the process. In the chaotic scuffle, one of Hrothgar's gold pouches came loose, and a quick-fingered thief seized the opportunity to snatch it up. The outcome of the skirmish hung in the balance, but as the thieves retreated, Hrothgar couldn't shake the ominous feeling that drawing the Lunar Larcenist's blood had set a stage for future trouble. The thieves, disappearing into the shadows, shouted menacing threats, leaving Hrothgar to reflect on the consequences of his unexpected encounter. Alright, so that was your carousing downtime. So that's what happened over the course of those 2 days. After that, the next 2 days, it's the late in the evening of the time when you were asked to head to the Eternal Twilight Tavern. I assume you're all going to make your way there, or is anybody skipping out on this and just keeping their 20 gold?
Yep, plans to go for me.
I'll go.
I'm going.
Okay.
I'm also going.
Alright. As you approach, the Eternal Twilight Tavern stands as a weathered refuge against the unyielding darkness of the world, its facade bearing the scars of the passages of time. Sconces adorned with flickering, dimly glowing fires cast a feeble radiance upon the worn cobblestone path leading into the entrance. Above the arched doorway, a tattered sign creaks softly in the night breeze, its fading letters hinting at the mysteries that await within. The muffled cacophony of laughter, clinking of tankards, and musical tunes from a lute seep through the heavy wooden doors. And as you step in, I will share this scene. The interior of the Eternal Night Tavern is a captivating realm of dimly lit entertainment, where the bar stretches long and dark, its wooden surface worn smooth by countless tankards and candles flickering like distant stars. Behind the bar stands a grizzled bartender, his weathered face illuminated by the soft glow of a nearby lantern. Graceful elven barmaids with silken dresses and glimmering eyes dexterously navigate the aisles, delivering goblets of deep wine to a diverse clientele that includes brooding dwarves huddled over their ales, jovial halflings regarding the tales of adventure, and enigmatic half-orcs observing the room with watchful eyes. Amidst the harmonious clamor of the conversations, a band of musicians weaves uplifting melodies with strings and flutes, their music both beamish and enchanting, filling the air with an allure that beckons travelers of all ancestries to seek solace within the tavern. Okay, so as you come in, you can see that it's a lot of hustle and bustle going on in here. and there's a dedicated large table off to the side that very soon will be for the Wizards and Thieves tournament. Otherwise, is there anything in particular you guys want to do?
Bandek's gonna look at Kilbar and say, "Well, last night was eventful. Why not another drink?"
Let's go for it.
And I will go up and I will buy a round of ales.
A round of ales for all four of you?
Yep.
If it's just a basic ale, I'll say 1 gold will get you 4 basic ales. Maybe it's a house special, you're not sure. I'll come up with ale prices later. But 1 gold gets you 4 for now. Alright. As you mingle around here, you do see... You get approached by an elven woman as she delivers the drinks to you and says, "What brings you all to the tavern tonight?"
Wizards and thieves, apparently.
You're to take part in that. Well, that's excellent. They are in need of more players. Currently, there's only 3. They were waiting for at least 3 more. If all 4 of you that came in together are looking to play, I can bring your drinks over to that table. I'm sure they're anxious to get started.
Onward, then.
All right. She looks at you all, gives a nod, and then she carries the tray of your drinks, leads you over to a large round table, and motions for you to sit there. And as you all take your seats and she serves the drinks to you, you notice you get approached by 3 characters who look excited that some players have arrived. First to the table is a human woman. She steps up, gives you all a slight polite nod of her head, pulls out a chair, sits down, and pulls it up. Welcome. So, you're all here to lose some money, are you?
As it would seem.
She looks to you, Luther, what were you saying? I didn't hear you.
It's the same thing. I said it would seem.
The other 2 will be here. Here they go. And she whistles, and with that, you see 2 more approach. One is a dwarf. He steps up to the table and says, All right, Sarah, we're coming, hold on. I just had to down this one. And he chugs what's left in his drink, slams it on a nearby table, sits down with you all. All right, well, we're gonna play fair, right? I never met any of you before, but you're gonna play by the rules. We don't have any cheaters here, do we?
No, sir.
Not that we know of.
All right, well, I'm Nain. Lucky Nugget Hardstone. You've already met Sarah, the game maven Steelwind, he says sarcastically. And she just gives him a weird grin. And then, quickly darting over to the table and hopping on a chair, is a halfling. All right, wait for me. I can't have a game without the old Lucky Lark. And he hops up on the chair. Oh, Hobson. Hobson's the name. Hobson Greenhill. Pleasure. I can feel it. I can feel that tonight is my night. And you, with that, you see he kind of rubs a rabbit foot that's around his neck, a little chain that he's got underneath his shirt. It's a lucky rabbit's foot. He just rubs that and then puts it back in there. And with that, we're going to get into some Wizards and Thieves. So, let me explain how this is going to work. To begin, the players agree to a number of coins willing to bring to the game. But in this case, since you're all new, it's going to be 20 coins, which is the 20 coins you were given. So, each player will add 6 coins to the pot. And then we're going to get all the players to roll 3d6. And the player with the highest result becomes the active player. So on the instructions on the left, when you see AP, that means active player. And then we move clockwise from that person from there on out. So the first thing I'm going to do is get everybody's coins on the go. So of your 20, you each have 14. As you can see, in the center here is the pot. That's the main pot. If everybody put in 6, we got 42 in the center, and you have 14 gold coins remaining each. So, how this works, this game, you're going to be, on your turn, you're going to be rolling 3d6. So rolls of 6s are considered wizards, and 1s are thieves. They cancel each other out on a 1-by-1 basis when determining the majorities of the roll. And you ignore results of 1 and 6 when adding to or taking from the pot unless no other die type remains. So that's pretty much the only real rules of it. Otherwise, it'll make sense once you start getting to go around here. So, we'll start off. Everybody can roll 3d6 to see who the starting player is.
I'm just trying to I look at these rules and 2 of them seem conflicting. I must be missing something.
Yeah, I think I missed some too, but we'll find out later.
Yeah, we'll figure it out.
Okay, so this is going to be from... That's going to be up top. This is going to be the halfling. This is going to be the dwarf.
So did I win?
Rothgar got the most?
Yes.
Okay. All right. So all of that was used to determine that Rothgar will be just the first player to start the game off. Okay. So how this works is you need to, before you roll 3d6 again, you need to either declare wizards or you need to declare thieves. So you got to try to predict what you're going to roll. And so if you declared thief and the majority was thieves, then the active player takes coins from the pot equal to the lowest, and then blah, blah, blah. If you declared thief but rolled majority of wizards, then you had to put your money in the pot instead of taking from it. If you declared wizards and you roll majority wizards, everyone except you has to add coins to the pot. If you declared wizards but rolled mostly thieves, the active player adds coins to the pot, blah, blah, blah. And then there's the other results. If anyone rolls 3 wizards, which is 3 6s on 3d6, you take the entire pot, the game ends. If you roll 3 thieves, the pot is split evenly amongst the remaining players, and then you just get what's left over. So rolling 3 1s is real bad, no matter what. 3 6s is the best. And then it goes. So the game ends when the pot reaches 0. If the players run out of coins, that player is out of the game. This is the tricky thing right here. This is the one kind of conflicting thing, and I got to see how it actually plays out. If all but one player loses their last coin, the pot goes to the player whose turn it would have been after the last roll.
Considering I had a recent negative encounter with some thieves, I'm going to choose wizards for my first one.
All right.
So I'm going to declare wizards and then roll 3d6, right?
Correct, yeah.
Okay.
Okay. So you did not roll any.
Yep.
So no wizard or thief, it passes to the next player. So we go clockwise, so that goes up to Sarah. She will pick wizards. She's looking for 6s. Okay, so I color coordinated these as well with the thing. So as you can see, she declared wizards, but rolled majority thieves. So she has to add coins equal to the lowest die. So her low, and you don't count the 1s or the 6s like it said. So her lowest is 3. So she's got to add 3 coins in here. So, give me a quick sec. This plus this and okay. So there's 3 more coins in the center, and then it says player passes to the next player. So that goes over to you, Luther.
Wizards, I guess.
All right. So you're looking for 6s. Okay.
Nice.
So you declared wizards, and you got a majority wizards. Everyone but Luther adds coins equal to your lowest die, which is 2. So everybody has to put 2 coins in. Oh, the AP goes again, so you can declare wizards or thieves again.
Thieves.
Oh, trying to pull from the pot this time. All right.
Oh, you're a wizard.
Oh,
well done. So you declared thief, and the majority was thieves. So you get to take coins equal to your lowest die, which is 2. So I'll drag that over to you. Yeah, you go again. So what are you declaring now, Luther? So as you're doing this, Nane looks over and says, "Oh, you're lucky, are you? Look at this little guy over here." He's got kind of eyeing you up now, trying to see if you're cheating.
I'm just gonna look at him, call thieves, and roll while looking at him.
With the deadpan eye contact.
No.
So, nothing happens. We move on to the next. Down to Nane the Lucky Nugget. He's going to call wizards. Oh, so they cancel out.
Oh, nope, they cancel each other out.
So, that moves on to Kilvar.
Okay, so Kilvar is going to go on a rant about how wizards are basically witches and thieves are like thieves. How he doesn't want to pick either one until the table gets kind of like, just pick one, and he just says thieves.
Okay.
Nope, rolls a wizard.
All right, so you have to pay equal to your lowest die, which is 4 coins. So delete these.
Yes, these are like damn witches.
Put 4 in, and you're down to 8. Not a good start for Kilvar. Moving on to the Lark. He's going to declare thieves. Oh!
Wow.
So majority,
So close.
he's got to pay in equal to 2. Oh, I was taking it from you, my bad. All right, moving on. Bandek.
Bandek's gonna look at Kilvar and just say, "So what was it about the thieves and the wizards again?" I tried to get him to go on another rant just to make the table endure another rant.
I'm going to go on a rant about how we should be able to pick cleric.
And then after he's finished his rant, I'm gonna say thieves.
Oh, you
Nothing.
cancel out, so nothing.
Yeah.
And then Sarah pipes up, "I've never seen a group of people chatter so much and play so little. Ridiculous. You there, in the furs, hurry up, take your turn." And she looks at you, Rothgar.
Thieves.
So you have to pay.
Oh, no, I rolled.
Why are your dice invisible? I can't see them.
Oh, you didn't see him?
see
So
that.
I pay in 2. Okay.
Maven's gonna try to call thieves to get some money out of that pool. Ah, she did.
Ooh. She gets 2.
Thieves. And you gotta take the lowest every time, right? Yeah.
Yeah, so she gets 2.
All right.
Okay.
And
You get into a bit of a groove now. It makes sense.
that's what I mean. It's pretty straightforward. I kind of remember to call something. She's going to try to drain the rest of you. She's going to call wizards. Oh, she failed, so she's got to pay in 3.
Pay in 3.
So I have 11. So I'm just going to put 8
8.
back for her. And then I'm going to delete this and put in a 6. All right. Moving on to Luther.
Wizards.
Why do I have an 8 down here?
Nothing.
Tis a fail. Okay. Wizards. Fail. Kilvar, you're up.
Kilvar's going to go on another rant again for a little bit and then roll.
But you didn't call
Didn't say.
it. You didn't say, so you got to do it again. Call
I
something.
know. Well, that's my point. He never picked. So now he's going to he's going to go rant a little bit more, and he's going to choose a wizard system.
Wizards? Okay. It's funny,
Nope.
yeah, you're just ranting and rolling dice, and they're just like, come on! you need to pick something. Alright. Lucky Lark is going to go Thieves.
Oh! Yeah,
He's paying in 4.
I'm eyeing Lucky Lark now because it's twice in a row. Double 6s. Thinking he's a cheater.
Oh, man. Alright. He's just like, oh, where's my luck? This is bull drive. I don't like it at all. Somebody here is cheating. And he's like
You're cheating.
looking over at Luther. Bandit,
I'm not
you're-
saying anything between rounds, and I'm just staring deadpan at anybody who's playing.
And Lucky Lark seems very nervous that he has the lowest amount of coins at the table. But Bandek, you're up.
Thief didn't work out, so let's try Wizard.
Oh!
Kilroy's like, none of these work because they're both evil.
Okay, I want to try and build my pot. I'm gonna go thief. Nope, I'm paying in 2.
All right, the game maven is up. She says, okay. I think I want the pot to grow. Wizards. Oh, she got it too. So,
Ooh.
everyone pays in 5.
Whoa, that's nasty.
Oh, look at Lark down there.
He's down to 1.
Y'all just nasty.
I'm gonna start getting some people out soon.
Yep. 5, 10, 15, yeah, so 20 plus... That pot is getting huge.
I know, we need to take from the pot.
All right. So as she does that, and you all hear all your eyes go wide, she's like, and that, my good gentlemen, is why they call me the Game Maven, because the game will be mine momentarily. Very confident. She now declares, I think it's time to eliminate some of you and get this over with. So I'll call Wizards again. Try to eliminate some players. Aww!
Oh!
So now she has to pay in
for
4.
Oh, with that, Kilroy's laughing incredibly hard.
She almost
Like,
eliminated.
slammed the table.
She almost eliminated herself.
Yeah, he's like, you almost eliminated yourself.
She was like acting like a goddess, and then she quickly swallows her pride, sits down as it passes over to Luther.
Then Luther looks at her and says, Wizards.
Lucky nugget. Oh, no, I see how you're getting on with this. I think that's a good idea. We gotta try to eliminate some people here. I'm gonna call Wizards. He has to pay in 2. This is bullshit, as he complains, and it goes to Kilvar. Everybody's coins, counting up your little bit of coins in front of you, except Big Daddy Luther over there.
Kilroy's gonna point over at Sarah and say, which do I have to pick to get rid of her? He hasn't been paying attention to the rules. I think it's Wizards anyways, right?
Yes, but you could, okay. Yes. Or you could, but you risk eliminating yourself too, but yes.
That's fine, I don't care.
Wizards? Okay.
Justice, Eddie. Justice.
Oh! Has paying 2.
So, with that, he can only pay what he has. He throws in his last coin and he's like, this is rigged. All of you newcomers. I don't believe you. But you know what? No. I'm going to be a good sport about this. I'm going to assume you'll give me a rematch someday in the future. With that, he gets up and leaves the table. So it was 2 they had to pay in, right?
Yeah, I'm down to 1.
So with that, everyone pays in. 1 gets up, leaves the table. Hrothgar with his single coin probably rolling between your fingers. Everybody's looking pretty rough, except for Luther. What are you going to call, Kilbert?
I'm going to, let's say, Lucky Witches to eliminate the witch, and I'm going to roll.
Okay. Wizards. Ooh, we got it.
I'm out.
So with that,
deck.
How do you guys react when 3 players get eliminated with that move from Kilvar?
Luther's got a straight poker face. He's not reacting.
Bandek doesn't quite understand what's going on and just keeps drinking.
I wouldn't mind so much if it was anyone else but Kilvar.
Alright, then there were 3. Alright, Kilvar, is it?
Well,
What
witches
say
again.
you? Witches again? Are you mad, man? Alright, it goes up to you, Luther.
Wizards.
Yeah, and if you roll Wizards, you roll 3 or higher, you win the game right now.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, there you go. That exact scenario.
Okay, so you declare Wizards, and your lowest value is 3, which is precisely enough. And with that, Nane looks over at you and says, "Have you played this game before? I've never seen anyone play it so well."
Just give him a nod. I don't say anything, and I pull in my money from the pot.
"What is this guy over here?" And he gets up and he's like, "I'm gonna keep an eye on you." And he marches off. You see Sarah. She, well, I think it's just beginner's luck. The next time we all meet, I'll certainly get that coin back, and then some. I think next time we'll double the wager, And she gets up and leaves, still confident in her abilities, chalking it up to beginner's luck or something else. But with that said, you can add 140 gold to your character.
Jeez.
Whew.
Big money spreader.
So with that, we hop back to the tavern, and everyone, there's a crowd forming around you watching you play, as it is quite exciting to see this Wizards tournament.
As Luther hauls in his winnings, I'm going to cheer and just shout, "Next round's on Luther!"
Yeah! Everybody starts cheering in the bar. And like, woo! And then the bartender just looks over at you, Luther, and motions for you to come over.
No, I don't. I just, whoever did the woo, I just give him the stare of death. And then
It was a lot of people that wooed whenever you shout out across a bar that everyone's getting free drinks.
I didn't.
No, but your friend did.
Luther's gonna get beat up in the streets. This is what's gonna happen.
And the bartender goes to serving another drink, but he's just watching you at the corner eye, expecting you to come over, but you don't have to. So what do? Do you stay and mingle, or do you leave?
I'm going to give Bandek 5 gold and say, sort it out yourself. And I'm going back to wherever we stayed asleep.
So you can add 5 gold, Bandek. And as you're as Luther, as you're walking out, everybody's just like, "What? What the hell? What? Boo! Wait, what? This is bullshit!" And they look over at you now, who shouted it out, Bandek, and it's just like, like most of the crowd is just like, "Drinks? Where's the drinks?" "Ah, that's a dwarf's word for you. Worthless." Says a half-orc off to the side.
That's alright, I'm a holy man. I'm going to turn the other cheek and pocket the 5 gold.
Sounds like a holy man.
That's 2 taverns are not welcome in now.
Hey, there's still another.
Oh, so in this one, you're not kicked out, but you have a bad reputation for future reference. But with that, I assume we'll say that you all get up and depart and leave said tavern. It's getting late. You had a lot of drinks. You had a good night. It's all good. All right. So the next day, you all wake up. You make your way back to the guild to look for the next quest. I assume that you'll all rally up, and after you had several days of downtime, you're eager to get back out there.
Indeed.
So you make your way back to the guild for a quest. You go to the main department area there, where there's specific areas for each group of mercenaries within the Ashen Hounds. Again, now that you guys have survived the mission, it's recommended. There's a note poked in there that says, in the box, that says you need to come up with it's like a subgroup name. So you're still the Ashen Hounds, but if you can come up with like a little name for your particular group, you can. Otherwise, it is just Group Omega or something, just like a random name put there. But that's up to you. That's optional. You don't have to. So with this, I'm going to activate this and pull up the contract. There is a contract waiting for you in the box. You pull this one out. It is just titled The Lost Citadel. And it says, "Greetings, esteemed members of the Ashen Hounds. I, Professor Thaddeus Scrollsinger, a dedicated historian, seek your esteemed services for a venture of great historical significance. Your mission, should you choose to accept it, is to journey to the ancient Lost Citadel of the Whitfire family and recover 3 invaluable artifacts. The first is a regal gold crown adorned with a red pearl, once worn by the esteemed King Gideon Whitfire. The second is a diamond necklace, splendid with round and smooth diamonds, once graced the neck of Queen Morgana. Lastly, there's a legendary mithril shield of Osric Whitfire, the eldest son, carved with a fierce image of fire. For your efforts, and a generous reward stands at 100 gold coins for each of the historic treasures that are successfully returned. May your journey be prosperous, and the relics find their way back into the annals of history. Safe travels from Professor Thaddeus Scrollsinger. You guys know of the general area that it is, that this Lost Citadel is. You know it is about an 18-hour travel, and it is unsafe, so there'll be a check every 3 hours. And so basically 3 checks per day, because you can travel around 8 to 9 hours per day. So you will have to overnight in the wilds. And the navigation tests are there, as you can see. So, that is the first thing. One of your guild members passed by and says, oh, I'd like to bring it to your attention as well. There's a new branch of the guild that is now opened. If you'd like to seek it out, you would need to find Grimgard Goldfinger. He's in the hidden underground market beneath the loan office. Again, it is secret, so keep that part of the guild out of the ears of the common folk. For what goes on there may not quite be legal.
What was the thing we bought in the section again?
That's what you bought, the underground market.
Yeah, it was like 3 random magic items or something like that,
Mm-hmm.
which probably only Luther could afford at this point.
It's not in the list.
But we can certainly take a look to see if there's anything that he wishes to buy beforehand.
So are you going to head over there?
Yes, I am. Because you guys don't know this because you're all broke, but more coins you have, the more slots it takes up.
Yep. Once you break over 100, yeah. All right.
Well, I have lots of slots if you wish to share any of that gold.
He won it fair and square.
Oh, absolutely. Honestly, I'd keep playing Wizard and Thieves for a while if we had more time.
Yeah. I'm just going to kind of throw it in once each downtime, probably, and see how it goes. Yeah. And next time they want to play for double the amount, you know. So, all right. So you guys head your way over to the loan office, which is clearly a front, pretending to offer loans to people, that kind of thing. It's clearly a front. And when you go in and you have your guild insignia, they recognize you, and they motion for you to head into the back room, which then has a hatch, which leads down a flight of stairs, which then leads you into an underground marketplace. Beneath the loan office, the underground market thrives. A hub where shadows dance around stalls displaying an array of rare and magical items. Guild members pursue the wares, from enchanted weapons that gleam with ethereal light to elusive armor woven with protective spells, all enchanted in whispered transactions within the dimly lit labyrinth of the black market. You were told to meet someone, right? You ask around a little bit. This place is still kind of in operation. You can still see they're setting up tables, however, and it's like freshly opened. A lot of renovation still happening, that kind of thing. So, you make your way over and you get directed to Grimgard Goldfinger. And he's like, Hi lads, alright, welcome. Thanks to your funding and that of other members, we got ourselves a good marketplace. Some of these items are obtained through less than scrupulous manners, but needless to say, they're all here, and they're all for sale. Are you interested?
What do you have?
We have... And the first thing he holds out, we got the Calamity Chain. You roll a critical success on an 18, 19, or 20. But the curse, you roll a failure on a 1, 2, or 3.
Sounds like a gamble man's item.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, how much is this?
That one is 100 gold pieces. The next thing... is Bullseye Bracers. You deal +1 damage with ranged weapons. Those are 100 gold pieces. And the last one is for 440 gold pieces, Wraith Mail. So it is chainmail, but +1 chainmail, with the benefit of once per day you may cause an attack that hits you to miss instead, and you become intangible. So it's just once per day. Any hit after you see that you're hit, you can then choose, no, I don't want to be hit by that, and make it auto miss. And it's +1.
But down 100 goals on the table. I'll take the bracers.
Oh, yeah, that looks like it's your type. Nobody else wants these bracers? You're not going to fight it out? As he looks to the rest of you.
Nope.
As soon as he says fight it out, my hand just slides to the dagger, just unconsciously.
All right, they're on you and now equipped. Those are all randomly rolled, by the way, and I actually rolled bracers of whatever they're called. Archery bracers.
The chain one is kind of interesting. I just I don't like the failure part, but
for sure. That's why it's only valued at 100, right? Because if it didn't have the curse and just a benefit, that would be insane.
Just because crit failures seem to be way worse than any type of crit success.
Yeah, so
yeah, it's very true.
You all depart the Eldrash city and head out to make your way towards the Lost Citadel. Well, the first thing we're going to do is I'll say the first 3 hours of travel. I'm not going to make you roll for the first 3 hours because you won't get lost in the first 3. But a 1 in 6 chance of an encounter. Okay.
I want something huge.
What a start.
Yeah.
TPK. TPK.
Right from the get-go.
You're only 3 hours out of town. You're traveling. I forgot. I got to roll for the weather as well.
Lunatics or Lunarcists.
Yeah, the ambushes as we're leaving town.
That would be hilarious.
That would be hilarious.
Okay, that's a 2. All right. So as you leave to depart, there is a moderate amount of wind. It's moderate amount of wind blowing, very windy, bustling in your ears, making the trees are making a lot of noise. Essentially, you're going to have -2 to any kind of hearing perception tests or anything along that nature.
Oh wait, this is a moderate amount of wind.
What?
All right. So, as you're traveling along, about 3 hours have passed by, when you notice off to the side a peculiar sight.
Oh my Jesus. Oh my Madeira.
You say that you see that staring at you from off to the side.
Do we all see it?
I'm going to nudge Kilvar and say, hey, look, a new convert.
Shit.
Oh no, he might be a witch.
I think Kilvar's going to cast light because, can't have a conversation in the dark.
Well, you have moonlight.
Oh no, but it doesn't matter. It's the power of Madeira. It's not important.
Okay.
Turn it off. You lose light right here.
Yeah. Okay, let's see. Where's my roll? Cast light.
I don't know what you clicked, but it's all good.
Yeah. I just
I meant to say
light.
a new adventure. You all get luck points. I was meant to say that back at
yes, forgot about that.
Yeah.
Oh.
You
Okay,
all
Now, I would not use luck on this.
Use luck. I gotta convert him. It's important.
So, do you
This
want?
is my favorite dynamic of any character. Is just
Now-
Jack,
Oh! Okay, so just keep in mind, that was 2 1s, not even just fails, just
Whoa.
1s.
Alright, so as he tries to light up, use the light spell, it doesn't work, tries it again, it doesn't work. I said, see, this is what a power of a real god will do. And then I will cast light on my shield.
Okay, but
Son
what
of a
does the
bitch.
spell mishap happen? Because
I hope to God you fail this.
So I need to ask before we go any further. So you already used your luck, and it
Yep.
failed, and we're keeping it out of fail. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay. Since you critically failed, you feel like your deity is greatly displeased
Oh, I
with
know.
you and revokes that power. You can't cast that spell again until you complete a ritualistic penance to your deity and a long rest.
What was the item you were trying to cast light on?
Probably like his.
You say your shield?
Yeah.
I'm gonna cast light on his shield to prove that my god's stronger.
I swear to God, if this is like another like fail,
I hope we got it. Fails. I hope.
I can.
you know what? Another one.
I'm using my luck point.
Wow!
We're
I
using
swear to God,
We're
there's
using
another
luck
one. Oh
point.
my God!
We're only 3 hours
Yes.
out. I'm gonna hoof it back to
Wow. So okay, first we're less than 3 hours from town. Half our luck is gone, and like one of our clerics has
Listen,
gotten the like.
Our luck might be gone, but my god's better.
Okay. So my shield starts to glow. I'm throwing down my shield because it has another god's glow on it. I don't like that. And I'm spreading my arms and I'm walking over to this creature and like exposing my neck. And I'm saying, I have failed Madeira. If you've come to kill me, or if you're her vengeance, kill me.
I'm just gonna like lean over to Luther for a moment, like, we do know that just moving on without any interaction was an option, right?
How much money do you think we can get off him when he dies?
I don't know. Armor's pretty shiny.
I'm behind him. Like I don't let Kilvar go up by himself. I'm with Kilvar, so I can intervene if need be. The only thing better than this scenario is if I save him, proving my god is even better.
Any chance we have any idea what this human-esque looking creeper is?
You have
Yeah, is there anything
never...
that sort of
No,
stands out?
this is a unique creature. You've never seen anything like this before. This humanoid creature looks to be human or humanoid, but its skin is thick and almost bark-like, and its hair literally looks like barks are growing, or it's so matted it almost resembles barks. And with Kilvar's comment, he turns his head sideways and he's looking down directly at you as you expose your throat to him, giving yourself over for vengeance. But he looks at you and says, "Dwarf, are you mad?
Kilver's not saying anything yet.
Oh, Luther's gonna say they are.
Have you lost your mind?"
Yes, they are mad.
Matters not to me. Do you have coin?
What do you need the coin for, good sir?
I have my reasons.
How much you looking for? We gave some to the fish a while ago. He offered to tell us something.
Well, I will offer you wares. And with that, he opens up his leather kind of nature-based clothing tunic that he's wearing and exposes a variety of...
What are you buying? What are you
I'm happy the
selling?
light failed now.
It's a lot of, like... They're essentially about the size of a potion bottle. But they're made
Impressive.
out of like more like water skins, like the leather of like hides that are containing water, similar to like that of a leather water skin, I should say. And he has 6 of them, and he says, "My name is Torvash the Traitor. I will trade with you these tonics for your golds or other items."
I say, 1 second, I have someone who might be interested in this. And I'll look back to Luther, and I'll be like, "Hey, this guy's selling stuff, Luther. You're the one with all the money."
What do they do?
This one allows you to speak with animals.
Useless.
This one lets you see in the dark.
That's what light's for, hey, Kilvar? And I nudged the shield.
Kilvar's shaking his head.
This
Very
one,
saddened.
this one makes you immune to the element of fire. This one lets you fly like an eagle. This will restore any harm to your body. And this last one allows you to breathe underwater.
Kilvar's gonna huff and say, I can't even die right, and walk back to the road.
How much?
70 gold pieces each. I warn you, their effects are fickle and may not always take.
I'll haul out the the 7 silver and 2 copper pieces I have left, and I'll say, "What will this get me?"
Nothing.
Okay, and I leave.
So, just to make sure I'm picking up what you're laying down, 70 gold for a potion which may or may not do its intended effect.
That's correct. That's why I've reduced the rate compared to what you may be used to.
So, are we talking no effect or alternate effect?
No effect. There's no harm that will come to you. It just simply might not take with your digestive system.
As Kilvar is walking down the road, don't trust the forest hobo.
The whole way back, I am now lecturing Kilvar on the night of drinking we had, and just proof that my god is the actual superior one now. I know we have concrete proof.
Kilvar's not even replying, his head down, walking like his god has abandoned him,
So
and his
the-
life is meaningless.
The two dwarves storm off. What is the rest of the two of you doing?
Luther's the only one who can afford to buy anything, so what's Luther doing?
It's a tempting offer, but I will pass.
Fair enough. You may find me again in the future, if our paths should cross. And with that, he steps back.
I'm gonna
Into the
pass
dark.
a gold to him before he steps out and say, I hope our paths do cross again.
He catches it with a little glimmer in his eye, and he just pokes it in his vest. And then he just steps back into the trees and clearly camouflaged, and you can't see him anymore. Do you continue on?
I think so.
Does he pick up the shield, or is there still a glowing shield on the ground?
There's a glowing shield on the ground.
Oh no, I make sure that gets back into the car with us.
That's nowhere near me.
I'm sat next to you, dude.
We're not sitting. We're walking.
For some reason I thought we were like in a cart.
No, you're all hoofing it on foot.
No.
The double fisting shields.
So,
Well, I am gonna take a shield with me. I'm not gonna let him go without a shield.
It'll stop glowing after an hour. Leading into Luther again, like, I thought dwarves were supposed to be thick-skinned.
I haven't a clue.
And this is clearly the situation of I have the upper hand and am rubbing it in.
for sure.
Oh yeah.
And you do so for the next hour.
I'm so used to these interactions with Kilvar being so, like, a matter of fact, like just pushed back in my face, just constantly, no, there's no way your god is better. And it's just, like, humbly eating crow right now.
Yep.
And Bandek is loving it.
Kilvar is actually contemplating using other spells just to show his superiority.
As soon as he does, it's like, yeah, but how about light?
Yeah, for no reason.
Cantankerous dwarves. They're grumbling for the next hour. I'd like Luther. I assume you're going to be the navigator. You can roll with advantage. Only DC 9. Easy intellect test.
All right.
Guided by this light we have here.
Come on, you got this.
And advantage. All right.
Oh, geez.
What is with the Rangers?
Finding shit outside is not easy in these
What?
darkened woods.
So, the travel time is supposed to be 18 hours. It'll probably take us 3 days to get there.
So, you're
This is
traveling.
why I bought more rations.
You go off course for a full 3 hours, which gives another random encounter test.
A lot easier if these dwarves weren't bickering about gods and light.
Yeah, I think the dwarves are really like distracting you.
It'd be easier for you if you had God in your.
Yeah, this man might be wayward, but at least he understands the value of prayer and the guidance of our Lord, of gods.
Prayer warriors. High fiving.
The high five, Manic. That I forget for just a moment, and then I'm gonna walk away upset.
You do know there are people who have faith that don't scream it to the high heavens everywhere they go.
Yeah, but how do
Those are disappointments.
our faith is like our shields? They're a piece of our honor and a part of our bodies. As I still have his shield on me.
Well, at least you can agree on something. That's a start.
And with that, you realize you go up a hill, and you're overlooking a bit of the valley, and the moderate wind is blowing, and by now you're starting to get a little bit of a headache, but it's all right. And you look around, and you're not sure where you are. You feel you've went off course. The road shouldn't have got this narrow and then disappeared. So you'll need to do another check to try to get back on track, or get further lost.
Ignore the dwarves. Focus on the task at hand, Luthor.
Will do. I'm going to go up ahead a little bit and see if I can figure out where I'm to.
All right.
Yes.
Using the hill, you survey the area and you spot the road off in the distance. You're able to get back on course, but there's still 2 more checks left for the day. So for the second check of the day, you're fine. For the third and well, technically it's the fourth because you went off track, but which would have been third. Your final check for the day. Okay. So by going off course, you had to push it extra far. You pushed it for 12 hours of hiking. Normally you're only supposed to do 8 to 9. You push it for that extra 3. By the time now you're feeling, if you go any further, you will suffer exhaustion and it'll be bad. So you try to find a place to make camp. Would you like to just give me a test, Ranger, with advantage? And based on how good you roll, we'll determine how good of a place you find for your encampment for the night.
Will do.
If you fail horribly, okay, no. With that, you find a nice area that is out of this annoying wind. I mean, the wind is still there, but it's not bothering you as much. The cool wind is broken against like a small cliffside. The decent amount of canopy around you as well to help shelter where you are. So you feel like it's a pretty good area and not prone so much to an ambush, like you're not in a flat open or anything like that. You get decent visuals, that kind of thing. Everything you would look for in a survival expert. But other than that, you need to make camp. So, now, you all have a tent, thanks to one of you.
Me.
All right. You set up the tent, and all right. Now, as with that roll, I'll say that you're able to find some decently soft ground enough that it doesn't matter what you're sleeping on. So the ground is soft enough that it's not hard. I won't consider it hard. And the weather seems to be good right now. So not enough that you would suffer the effects of cold. So, yeah, great. So, you take your sleep, and now we got to roll. Is there anybody keeping watches, or are you just going to all go sleep?
I have to do a ritual. So what's that?
One of 2 things. You can either wait until your god approaches you with a holy quest or task you must perform, or you can make a material sacrifice to donate or destroy, depending on your god alignment, essentially, in your god's name.
So I can't donate to my god out in the woods, so I just gotta wait.
Exactly. So unless something comes up during this adventure, and your god speaks to you, which could happen, in which case you would have to fulfill what they ask, and then you may get it back. Otherwise, you can wait to go back to the town and go to the church and make donations and repent. All right. So yeah, you.
As we get ready to bed down for the night, I'm going to walk up to Kilvar and give him his shield back.
I don't deserve it. Throw it around.
Listen, our fate, maybe our deeds we called into question, but our faith is never wavering. Keep the shield. Show your faith.
I'll take it.
Okay. Is anyone keeping watch?
I will. Yeah.
All right. So here's the first shot for a random encounter. So you'll have to alternate other people keeping watch. We'll randomly determine who's on watch at the time if I roll something. But by taking a watch means that there would have to be 4 rolls, right? Because if you didn't, you would have 3 on a regular night. But keeping watch means that in order for everyone to get their 8 hours, you would have to extend the time that it would take for a long rest, right? Because one person would be awake, and then that other person got to wait, get their 8 hours after they've been awake for a couple hours.
Yep, we'll do a 10-hour long rest. That's no problem.
So this is the last roll. Okay. You get through the night in the tent. You wake up. Everything seems good. No disturbances besides the crazy sounds that come with the forest. The weather on this day is... Whoa. Okay. When you wake up, the sun is actually out. Everything is bright and light. It is one of the rare moments where the sun actually appears. And it takes a moment for your eyes to adjust to such brightness, even though you're under the canopy, that helps. But it's a welcoming feeling to have the light shine upon you.
Kilvar is thinking, is this a good sign or is it mocking?
All right, mark off your rations. You all had a long rest. You get your spells back, except for Kilvar does not get his light spell back. Now, the second day of travel, we will begin. So, the first hour, you travel. Let's see.
Is it like DC 12 now?
Well, no. So for the first 3 hours of travel, nothing happens. Now in the second hour, I'll get you to make your test. Now it is DC 12 Ranger to keep everybody on that. All right.
Nice.
Confident in your abilities and your leading. Now you travel through this forest. This is the second encounter check, and this is the third one. Last and final one. All right. Congratulations, everyone. You survived to make it to the Lost Citadel. Now, as you arrive, you've traveled all day. You are pretty tired, but you do feel like you could take a couple hours, at least a couple hours of adventuring before you would need to take a long rest. And since rounds down there will, you essentially are still fresh enough to head in. But you do take need a bit of a short rest before then. But yes. As you approach this area, the remnants of an ancient citadel stands as a haunting testament to bygone glory, now reduced to crumbling ruins. Amongst the decay, shattered statues of mighty bulls lay strewn across the rubble, silent witnesses to the passage of time and the fall of this once majestic civilization. The air is heavy with an otherworldly stillness, and the echo of forgotten tales resonates through the ramshackled structure. And it is daytime, and you look forward at this keep, and it's massive. It's like essentially like a castle, and you hear nothing, and you see nothing.
Perhaps we scout around, see if we can secure a safe way inside.
Okay. So you begin to walk through the grounds. Within a few minutes, the roads are still intact enough, as you can see there, that you can make out where the main passage or ways that people would pass. And you find your way to what would be the main entrance leading down into the Lost Citadel interior. Do you wish to take it, or explore the grounds further for alternate entrances, risking random encounters?
Place this big definitely has multiple entrances. Wish to investigate or just take this first one we come across?
Is this the obvious one?
Yes,
The one we found?
the main entrance, yeah.
I don't see any reason not to try this one. If we come into something that hinders our passage early on, we can always come out and try again.
Okay, so you're taking the main entrance. So they're wondering who's going to be casting light sources or torches, so...
I will
Burning a
definitely
torch as soon as we're agreeing to do it. Yeah.
I'll be casting light.
Luther lit his torch, and...
Where are we on the map?
Natural 20.
All right, your torch is going to be allowed to last for 2 hours, or you can have two separate light sources. What would you rather?
2 hour light, please.
All
I think
right,
that's good.
double the duration.
2 hour light is huge.
Yeah, that is huge.
We're looking for a cliff to throw him.
So, like, when Bandak casts the light, you just see, like, the radiant... Like almost like a falling star come down and catches it on his shield. Like, it just comes from the ceiling and he catches it and just illuminates everything.
Yeah.
So I'm going to drag that over to you, and I'm going to turn off the other one that you had there, and turn on the one that's called Double Time. Do you see that?
Yeah.
Yeah, so now in my tracker it says 120 minutes instead of 60. So we won't have to remember that it doubles up. Rolling all initiative just for crawling, but again, we don't need to stick to the initiative. Game Master rolled a 1.
I have a 0?
No,
Bandit
not the
can-
lowest roll.
Yeah, you have -1 dex, do you?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, yeah. You rolled a 0. All right. So I will point out to you guys, this place, this Lost Citadel, is of a higher threat. Random encounters are every 2 rounds, not 3. So,
It'd be tough.
Yeah, it's a tougher dungeon. So,
And we're looking for 3 things.
So, as you guys make your way down here into this keep, there is a path, a stone path that lies before you, and as we'll get back into it, you can do. I'll take the game off pause. You can do a move or a double move or a move and an action. So, have at it. You don't have to do it in initiative order. You can just. I'll do it.
I say we just move up to the door.
So you got 6 squares as usual. So now you can take an action, or you can open the door and keep moving.
Open the door.
No fear.
What do we see?
Swing open the door. You see, in this ancient citadel, the grand chamber is adorned with the floor-to-ceiling murals, their colors vibrant and jewel-like, depicting figures in white robes kneeling before a colossal onyx bull with lowered horns. The room is flanked by red pillars, their tapered forms banded in black marble at the top and the bottom, exuding an air of mysticism and reverence.
I'm just going to be following along to whoever's leading.
So you have another move, or you can take actions from there.
I guess we step in to see more of the chamber. See another door. People want to... Oh, another door. I guess look around to see if there's any obvious traps as we're in this room before we move around recklessly.
But would that be an action? How's that work?
Yeah, it takes an action to do that. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, so anybody who didn't take a second move can take an action.
Oh, we've all taken second moves.
Well, let's finish our movement and go into the middle of the room.
All right. It only just means a passage of a round, and back to the top of round 2. So you got actions, and go ahead.
And are these like just two like a stone like doors?
Yes.
Anything?
Now that you're in the room, to the far right, yep, you see iron door here and an iron door to the left, in addition to the things I described.
Okay. Any like engravings or anything on either of these doors? Or are they standard?
From here, not that you can see, no. Nothing nothing that jumps out to you. Do you want to just take a wisdom check to do a general scan of the room?
Sure. I'll do that as my action.
Okay. Roll it up. Nothing looks out of the ordinary other than what I described. You don't see any writings, nothing fancy other than things I mentioned.
So, which way?
I'm gonna use an action to scan the floor for floor pits and traps, since I am weary of floors.
If you remember my list of actions, I think that all falls in the same category now. I know it's been a while, so just to remind you, this was essentially to make it easy for you guys.
Oh, right.
So search an area is just a wisdom check. You're looking for traps, secret doors, compartments, other hidden things. That's basically like a general perception test.
Okay.
You can keep that up if it makes
this one up. Yeah. All right. Well, I'll do that. Wisdom check.
Okay. You do not spot any traps or nothing out of the ordinary with that roll either. Just the vibrant colors throughout the rooms and the bull statue and then the pillars with tapestries around them. But other than that, nothing.
Because where's the bull statue in all this? Sorry.
Oh yeah, it's not on the map. It's right at the north of the room. As soon as you walk in through the main entrance, it would just be on like essentially these 4 squares. There's like a big bull statue there.
So, when you walk into a palace, you assume there's an obvious way to like a throne room. Is that obvious in this room? Like, is there like a,
Like, does one sort of lead to like the throne room, one go to the servants' quarters or something like that? Does one look like it could have been more regal?
There's no indication of that, and you're getting the feel that this place is old, very ancient, long decayed, long farther than the Bitter Mold Keep. Everything here is wore away. You're just seeing nothing that indicates any sense of direction. No.
I've used my action, but if someone wants to investigate that bull...
I'm using my action to look for a statue of Medea.
A statue of Madeira?
I'm 99% sure there was one, but... Yeah.
So you're basically searching the area? You can roll wisdom.
Thieves.
Yeah.
Okay. Doing a general scan of the room, you notice 2 things with that roll. You notice there is a slight sparkle coming from over behind the bull statue.
Oh, and there's a sword on the floor?
But in addition to that, as you shine you don't have a light source, do you?
No.
As Bandek's light source and the torch from Luther, and they're shining around, as they move, suddenly it reveals something to you.
Oh my Jesus.
With that, as hidden in the top northeast corner, like a spider attached to the ceiling in the darkness, is this creature. And as you spot it and make eye contact with it, and the light reveals that it was stealth and hidden up in the corner, it lets out a shriek. And with that...
20's for the GM now.
Yeah.
I got a double-digit initiative.
Oh, I rolled a 20 this time.
All right, so what
geez.
you see here now, you look up there, and as soon as they make eye contact, there's a shriek, a weird kind of monstrous, like high-pitched squeal that comes from this thing, and it immediately alerts all of you to look up in that corner once it realizes that it was found. Rothgar, what do you want to do?
Like, how high up is it?
It is about 20 feet up.
Okay, so I can't reach it. Okay.
It's like literally on top of the ceiling like a spider, upside down.
Okay. I'd like to hold my action until it gets within melee range. I guess I'll stand my ground here, assuming it's going to come after me, because I don't want to sort of move away from the party in case it tries to attack them. So I'm going to hold my action to attack it if it comes close.
All right, Luther, you're up.
All right. Luther is going to get a more clear shot by going there. I'm going to quickly swallow the stalwart sunberry. That's going to give me a +4 to my checks here.
You're using it already? Right at the gate.
It's a giant spider on the ceiling. I'm using it already.
No, I'm gonna explain to you. It's not a giant. It's human-sized. It's like probably about 5 to 6 feet tall, about the size of a bulky human, like about the size of Dwayne Johnson.
Most spiders aren't human-sized, so still a giant by spider standards.
Oh yes, for sure. I just didn't want you to think it was like Lord of the Rings giant-sized spider or something.
No. Okay, well, if it's just human size. All right.
Hey, I don't want to discourage you. I'm just surprised you walked the door. The first thing is like gulp.
Well, I don't want to die and it just be on my corpse.
I was going to say, if it kills him, then he'll never get a chance to use it.
It's up to you.
That's true, but if he stays on the ceiling, none of these guys have a chance at hitting it. If I could hit it a couple times, it might come down from the ceiling. So I'm going to take it.
All right.
You're on your deathbed.
All right, so you got it. I think I actually have that effect to apply to you for a duration timer.
All right. Do I have a clear shot, or is that pillar in the way, or do I have to move somewhere else? I just
that
want to
pillar
clear.
goes right to the ceiling, and it's up there. You'd have to get a little bit better. You'd probably have to get down here or over here.
What about here? Would this have worked?
Yeah, I'd say that's good. That's a good angle, straight angle that you can see it.
All right. All right. So I'm going to just take a shot here. We'll see if this bow works with all of the stuff on it.
So we got a +6. So a +4 came from the berry, and you're technically only supposed to be +1. But we got an extra +1 for today because of the bracers until I fix them. So that, my good sir, is a direct hit. And your damage is 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. As your arrow shoots up and digs into his torso, and it lets out another shriek of pain and agony. Kilvar, you're up.
Kind of duck behind that pillar there.
Okay.
Kilvar is going to hold his action with his sword. That thing comes closer. And yeah, that's it.
It goes to it.
Oh. That was unexpected.
It lets out a shriek and leaps down and jumps over to right here, slams open that door, and just rushes off into the dark, letting out squeaks and squeals as it goes, as ichor blood drips from it from the arrow wound. Bandek?
I am going to 1, 2, 3, 4. Can I do a perception check down the hallway?
You want to listen, you mean?
Yeah.
Because you don't see anything out of the ordinary. It's just steps leading down, and then it goes around a corner over here. That's obvious.
I just want to have a listen.
Yep, go for it.
Roll.
You hear it skittering off, and then there's like a weird echo coming from that direction, echoing in a weird sound similar to what you've heard, the echo of caverns as opposed to stone walls, the sound that would make, hinting that there could be a cavernous area around that corner. And other than that, you just hear it rushing off, continuously trying to rush off in the distance, and at its full speed, essentially, as far as it could get. You hear nothing.
I'll relay what I hear. Yeah, I'll relay what I hear.
I will say, what did you roll? 15.
16. 16 total.
I'll say, the DC 15. I'll say you faintly hear another weird squeal, very far off in the distance, almost responding to the squeal of whatever that creature was.
I'll say they alerted the others. Things know we are here now.
This is bound to happen sooner or later. Perhaps we avoid them for now. Maybe they'll keep their distance since Luther landed such a mortal blow. Perhaps we go the other way for now.
Okay, any more movement you want to use, Bandek, before we go to the top of the next round?
That was my...
Going to the top of the round, what's your plan? Rothgar.
Yeah, so I think it's me. Well, I mean, I know I just sort of suggested we go the other way. Like, what's everyone sort of thinking with that? Just sort of like decide where I'm going.
I'm just going to follow you if you go down through the other way, that's all.
Okay. Is there anything else we should do here before we leave this chamber?
I'm searching, when I get a second, every corner of the roof now to make sure there's none of those things left in here.
Okay, well, what I'm going to do is if you're not pursuing, we'll keep the same initiative, but you can pick it up as if this was a crawling round.
I'm going to shut the door.
Yep.
Good idea.
Okay.
And head over to the other one. That is my turn.
Yeah, and I'm going to go over to the other door and just sort of... I'll sort of take a look to see if there's like any traps or anything with this door. So I'll investigate the door.
Go for
it. Is that wisdom or intelligence? Wait, I got the thing here. Investigate is intelligence. Okay. Might roll well.
With
Not
your
this day.
total one, you look at that door. It looks normal.
It's a door.
Just like the other ones. However, I have to roll something.
Just random encounter.
No, something else. But no, the door looks nothing unusual about that door. The rest
Nothing unusual about this door.
And the other three of you can take a move and an action.
I'm going to look at that shiny thing up.
Okay, you go up there to more closely investigate what caught the glimmer of your eye. Hidden behind that bull statue, you find a silver inlaid bull horn.
Is the type you can blow, or just like an ornament?
No, it looks like a decorative item.
Oh,
So this is like some treasure we can get for some gold or XP.
so I can't be bored. Saying.
So you
Is the
can't.
bull missing a horn?
Is that bull missing a horn? No, it is not. This looks like it belonged to something else, and somebody like stashed it there or hid it there.
I would take it, but I don't have the space.
I haven't.
All right, the rest of you, Luther and Bandek, anything you're doing?
Searching the roof for more of these creatures.
All right, give me a wisdom. Bandek, what are you
I
doing?
should have a +6 to this.
Yes, you
Or
would.
plus.
Yeah.
I am going to go behind Rothgar and prepare for him to open the door.
Okay, that's a 9.
With a 9 and the light source, you look around and you start looking at the ceiling. Obviously, 20 feet up with the light sources and the pillars blocking things. But you do your best to look around. You do not see anything else hidden.
Yeah.
And Bandek, what do you say you're doing?
I'm prepping for when the door opens with
All right.
Rothgar.
So, top of round 4, Rothgar.
I'm opening the door.
Looks just like a long hallway.
I guess just scanning. Oh, you know what, let's live a little bit dangerously. I'm gonna just walk forward.
Not the thing you should say in Shadowdark. Let's live dangerously.
You'll have to forgive him, he's young.
No light. I cannot see beyond here. I think the passage turns here, but I need more light.
Yeah, you feel like it does. He steps
there
into
we
the
go.
darkness.
Okay. I guess we'll keep traveling.
Why does there no light source on Bandek?
There is. I can see it.
Yeah, I can see his light source.
Oh, okay. Okay, never mind. It just didn't look like it on my end.
Bandit comes here. Oh,
All right. So that took your double moves, did it? I assume.
yeah.
Basically, as you come there, within this area, terracotta jars of various sizes cluster in the corners. Their rounded and fat forms shrouded in dust. The air is heavy with sulphurous scent, and from time to time, faint squeaks and hisses echo throughout this chamber. And there is a south door that stands with a white, jagged lines gouged into the stone, hinting at some mysteries beyond.
Sorry, white jagged line through where?
The door.
Yeah, there's like white, jagged lines gouged into the stone door.
Okay. So something tried to get in, potentially. If we're just here,
Actually, that was, you did double moves, right? So at the bottom of the round,
Yeah, we did double moves.
Roll, every 2 rounds is a random encounter, so I'll roll. Oh, snap! Well, at least we got a random encounter. I'll pause real quick while Luther's buff is up.
Yeah, he still got his up.
So you're getting some use out of it. All right, first random encounter. So also, as you stepped in and you immediately survey the area and see all that, I'm going to say the first 2 people, so Rothgar and Bandek, you're the first 2 in. Both of you give me wisdom checks and see if you can beat whatever I roll here.
I got 12. Read it and weep.
See what I get. Okay, so at least one person's bet it. Let's see what I get. Oh, I beat it too.
Okay, so let me just pull up the image. So you both passed. So as you step in here and you survey the scene, you're looking at the crack in the door and you look at the terracotta jars around, you then look up once again, and attached to the ceiling is a massive looking centipede-like creature.
Like human-sized massive?
Nope. Chittering green centipede the size of a horse. Grasping tentacles that seem to be dripping with some kind of liquid. And with that, everybody, we are going to clear this and roll initiative. See, that this thing would have gotten an ambush round on you if you didn't get. I gave you.
Yeah,
a
you even rolled
chance.
advantage, and we just managed to beat it.
Yeah, so good for you. Roll, toggle combat state. Roll all. Make it visible.
Why do they all have to be on the ceiling?
It's the last place we went. The traps were on the ground.
As you look up at this big thing, and I'm going to say based on its size, it drops down on the ground next to you because it's so big, and this room doesn't have 20-foot ceilings. So
yeah, I swear to God, if every enemy's on the ceiling, I'm gonna hate this.
no, this one here. This room doesn't have 20.
This is my dungeon.
But it was a big kind of massive centipede curled up in the corner. And as you came in, there we go. So, you're first.
I'm first? Oh, I am first. Okay. I'm going to make an attack at it. I got my shield up, so it's going to be one-handed. Let's see what I get.
I still don't know what's going on, by the way. I can't see it.
Hey, so it's a 13 to hit.
That's part of the fun. Yeah, you can't see it. 13 does hit.
Oh, good, because I rolled very good damage. So, yeah. So, as I see this thing drop down, it's like, steal yourselves! As I sort of make a swipe that only really Bandek and maybe kill Varsis from around the corner.
9 damage.
9
1, 2,
damage.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Massive hit into this big creature.
And then I'll move. So I'll just sort of go over here just to sort of give more room for people to come in.
You chopped off a few of its centipede-like arms, clearly aggravating this thing and pissing it off. It now
I will be the target.
is going to target you for sure.
Absolutely
Its
makes sense.
survival instinct thinks you are the threat.
I am the biggest threat.
Coming in with a bite.
That was so close to a 20. 11 does not hit. So as it comes in to bite, I'm just going to hold up my shield and just quickly, like, knock it away.
Then it follows up that attack with tentacles.
Ooh.
Oh, come on, dice. Come on!
I nimbly dodge away from the tentacles.
He can be nimble now. He's very young.
Yeah.
And
Youthful vigor.
the tentacles seem to be dripping of that weird toxin as well.
I can see what that could potentially do.
Yeah.
Good con.
Yeah. But otherwise, that's it, because it whiffs. Bandek, you're up.
I am going to take a step over, and I am going to cast Shield of Faith on myself and just shout, "The light is my bulwark." Nope, it's not.
That spell is gone until a long rest.
Yep.
As the other dwarf cackles down the hallway at your lack of faith. Killer, you are up.
These dwarves. Hey, do you know, I'm okay if you lose all the spells as long as you keep a healing spell.
I run in, like, just gonna swing. I'm not gonna say anything. Killer is bigger than that.
No, he's not.
He is.
How do I roll 10? Here it is.
Don't you big time me, you son of a bitch.
Oh, no.
You swing and the centipede just swirling and serpentining like around. You chop down, it just strikes nothing but floor. Luther, you're up.
Yeah, because I'm going to walk here and be like, oh, nope. 4, 5, 6. I forgot to do this last time, but we'll just going to take that torch that's there and put it on the ground next to me. And I'm going to take a shot at this guy.
With all these bonuses.
Oh, nice.
So many bonuses. All right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Oh.
So close.
You didn't kill it, but you can describe how that arrow hits if you'd like.
No, I ran, did a nope, dropped the torch, turned, and as the chomping head was going at Rothgard's shield, I just tried to go right into the side of it. I didn't get the head, obviously, but I got really close to the neck.
I got one of its eyes.
Yeah, it's in rough shape. It's barely standing now. Rothgar, you're up.
Okay. Let's see if I can finish this off. I'm going to make another attack at it. That is one-handed again. That's it! And I rolled a 9 again. Don't need that much damage.
How do you want to do this?
I'll sort of coming out of parrying it away. A few other strikes have landed. Being distracted by the massive damage from Luther's arrow, I'm going to up thrust with my sword and lop off its head.
An ugly centipede goo goes everywhere and the toxin falls to the ground and pools in that area.
I shield myself as if from any visceral spray.
Exactly. And with that, you made short work of that creature.
Teamwork.
Who has 2 thumbs and is not regretting eating his stalwart sunberry. This
Oh,
guy
that
right
was
there.
so good to use that, yeah.
I'm just gonna pick this torch up again.
That could have been a lot tougher thing what it could dish out and how much health. We just rolled really high damage.
All right, that's a level 4 creature.
Ooh!
Level 2 heroes, level 4 monster. One monster. It was easy, so it only rewards one. It was considered an easy challenge for you all. It only rewards one luck token. So who doesn't have any?
I'm like
dwarves.
Just the dwarves?
Yeah, just the
Dwarves,
dwarves.
yep.
So I'm gonna.
I would like to roll Johnny for it.
I'm willing
Go
to give
ahead.
it-
I was gonna flip a coin, like I
I'm
normally
willing to
do.
give it to Mike. That's fine.
Oh, all right, Mandek. You can check off the luck. You now have luck
The light indeed.
as your little victory for defeating that thing. All right. So with that, we can pick up where we left off. Roth, we'll start with the top. We're back in crawling again. So you can all take 2 actions or an action to move or whatever. So.
You'll have
Okay.
to pause when you're ready.
Oh right, yeah. Thank you.
Okay. So looking around, you mentioned each of the corners has terracotta jars, right?
There's actually a load of terracotta jars in here. The room is like filled with them, I do believe.
Do they look like in good order, or like most of them broken, or?
There's actually probably at least 20 of them in here, and they're scattered all through the area. But they all seem to be intact. And I'll remind you, so they're all clustered around the room. There's a thick sulfur scent throughout the room, faint squeaks and hisses throughout the chamber, and then the jagged lines on this door to the south.
Could be some valuable in these jars, or they could be trapped. Do
There's
we?
something valuable in that thing's stomach. It's awfully big.
Perhaps. Well, I can try to see if I can harvest anything from this. If the rest of you want to take a look around the room.
I'll look through pots.
Okay.
That's my action. Will be looking through pots.
Okay, and I'll try to see if I can harvest anything from this creature.
All right, 50% chance it has loot. So on a 1, there's loot. Nope.
Nope, no loot.
No,
Okay.
Nothing in its guts. Nothing of value. Just a big, nasty underground bug. Luther, you look through a couple of jars. You can only look through a couple at a time here. Actually, you can look at one. You can search one jar per action, and there's 20 jars. So
What if I take one jar and smash it into another jar as one action?
There's probably like snakes and rats in some of these.
You can totally-
based off the hissing and that.
you can totally do that to be able to crack open 2 at a time if you'd like. That will
So
speed
the
things
cracks,
up.
the hissings and stuff were coming from the jars. Just to backtrack.
You're not sure.
Like just around the chamber.
This entire chamber, you just hear faint squeaks and hisses.
And they're sealed jars, right?
Yes.
Yeah, this is much easier. I'm not opening a jar with a snake in it. I'm going to smash it into another jar. Yeah.
They appear to be sealed with cork and wax.
I'm going to take the closest jar to me and smash it into the second closest jar.
Now that you get closer to them and you look at them, you notice that the jars are stamped with images of people carving the wheat with scythes. Yeah, and so you're going to pick one up and smash it into another one?
When I see the images, I'm going to look back at everybody. Anybody got an issue with me smashing this?
Nope.
Unless it's a clue to what we're finding, smash it.
Oh, as soon as the first guy said nope. As soon as Bandek said nope, I smashed the first one into the second one.
Okay. All right. I
Two
need,
snakes.
as you do so, everyone in this room roll a DC 12 dexterity check.
Oh, this will go great.
I'm going to use my Flutter Step Medallion for advantage on this check.
Oh, I got a negative to this.
Now, does this medallion let you re-roll it or give you advantage? Because re-roll
It gives me advantage on one roll per day.
Okay, well, there you go. Cool.
Oh, I pass.
As DC was 12, I believe I said, right?
Everyone
Yeah.
back the person who did it. I feel like this.
The one person who had advantage and no negative modifier.
Yeah, I know, right?
But at least it works because he's the one who did it. So over in this corner, you grab it and you smash these 2 jars together. You throw one and it smashes into another. When you do, it erupts into an explosion as flame shoots out from it. You take 2 damage.
That's a lame explosion.
Oh, that could have been a lot worse, especially for him.
And I roll.
That's 1/3 of my health, so it's not
Yeah,
that much.
that's pretty good.
And I roll, and on a 1 or a 2, it causes a chain reaction. Everyone roll again.
No! I was lucky I passed once.
Dexterity
Come
checks
on.
again.
You're gonna die.
We're gonna die.
I really
Oh, get a nat 20!
I want every one of these to blow up because that would be amazing.
Good God.
Oh god, I was the only one that passed.
All right, with your critical, I will let you pick a dwarf, because there's a dwarf next to you, to pull out of the way of harm.
choose a dwarf?
You have to choose a dwarf.
God.
Listen, there's only one of us that are favored by the light right now.
I'll choose Bandic.
Yeah!
All right. So
I owe him
Wait.
a lot after last.
I still had the berries going. I should have had, I don't know what the pass is, but I should have +4 to those 7s.
Ooh, there he is still going.
yeah,
You're
so
right.
it was DC 12, as I said each time. So,
All right,
Still not
well,
enough.
okay.
just making sure. All right.
So, all right, Luther, you grab Bandek and you pull both of you away and leap back out of this next chain reaction explosion. The other two, however, not so lucky. You both take 3 damage.
Oh, I'm almost out.
1, 2, 3.
Are you out? Don't you only have 5 HP?
I have 6 HP.
And on a,
6. Okay, that was
on a
5.
1 or a 2, it continues to chain.
No.
As long as there's barrels, and there's 20 barrels. So right now, I'm going to say that 4 out of 20 barrels have exploded in this chain reaction. So there's still 16 barrels left.
Okay, I'm gonna go over.
When you say barrels, you mean the terracotta pots that I smashed, right?
Sorry, yes, the terracotta jars, yes. The large
I was gonna say, I didn't pick up a barrel and smash it. I don't think I could lift a barrel.
Whew, I thought that was a fail then. Ugh. Ooh,
Luther.
good heal.
Well, I guess that was a bad idea.
So that's
I'm gonna
Luther
use
and
my
Kilvar. I'm going to let Hrothgar and Bandek both get actions. So go ahead.
I am going to cast my heal spell on Kilvar.
Okay. Nice. How much? Look at this. Okay. All right. Well done as you heal up. Spreading the light, and the room now totally reeks of sulfur. And everything sizzles down, dies out again. Coughing a little bit hard to breathe. But Hrothgar, what are you doing for your turn?
I'm going to investigate this door. I know you said it's got like that, scratch mark on it. Maybe I can see how fresh it is or whatnot. But I'm going to investigate it for whatever may be up with it. So that's intelligence, right?
Yep, to do an overall search of the door.
Okay. Not my strong suit. Maybe I'll roll well on this one. Oh, 13, not too bad.
Okay, and I need to roll something. On a 1, something happens. Nope. Okay, so the door looks same as the others, except now that you get closer, all these white markings, these carvings in the wall, they actually are crude writing that somebody spelled out R.I.P. Orwin the Younger.
R.I.P. Orwin the Younger?
Yes.
We got a list of who owned what.
Yeah,
Did anybody write
Orwin
that
the
down?
Younger was not one of them. So who we're looking for, because I did take some notes, we are looking for... Yeah, we're looking for the king, the queen, the king's crown, the queen's diamond necklace, or the oldest son's Osric's shield. Those are the 3 items we're looking for. So Orwin is not what we're looking for.
Did that explosion remove any hidden walls or reveal anything at all?
It did not. There's nothing out of the ordinary other than there's still 16 jars remaining. But other than that, and that's it. So we're back to the top of the new round. Everybody gets actions again.
Okay. Well, unless we want to take a look here, it may just lead to where the Tomb of Orwin could be found. Oh. Did you open it?
I did. I clicked it.
Oh, okay.
It's fine. If somebody clicks it, means that somebody opens it. In case
I was intending to open it and go in.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was going to say, are we going to go through this? Like, I guess we're going through this.
If anyone accidentally does that, that means if it was trapped, it goes off.
Okay.
All right.
So, looking in, what's that star?
That star represents a towering bronze bull statue standing at an impressive 10 feet in height. Dominates the edge of this hallway. Its massive horns smash deeply into the cracked wall. The statue has pinned a body of a young man in chainmail who has met his end. The adventurer appears to be carrying a bastard sword and a broken shield. He's draped in a dark green cloak and has a backpack.
But this is all part of the statue, though, right?
Not
Oh, this is the actual body of someone?
I'm assuming it's Buddy the Younger.
It's a bronze statue that looks like its horns have smashed deeply into the wall, pinning the body of a young man adventurer.
Okay, so something can bring these bulls to life. That did not happen on its own. And I'll take a step in. See if I see anything else. I don't know if I can move down here because where that star is there or not. I want to sort of make room for other people to get in. Can I move in this square, or do I need to move somewhere else?
It essentially occupies the square. You would have to climb over the bull statue to start moving in further.
Okay, I'll sort of move a little bit into the darkness. So I'll sort of...
So you can go down.
Which side is the body?
You can go down one and then over one, like that. Because this is a solid wall here to the left.
I'll do that just to let people with the light sources come in so we can see more.
So the body is like here.
Yeah, exactly. As if it got pinned up against the wall. Because its horns are rammed into that wall, and this thing looks like that's what killed this guy.
Okay. I do want to take a look at the body, unless something else of note is in this room, because that's a better sword than what I have.
You size up the body. It is a young human man wearing chainmail and a helm and a bastard sword. Looks ordinary. The shield is useless and splintered. And a dark green cloak.
How fresh does the body look?
It looks fresh. Very fresh. As in it occurred, probably today.
That's not good.
I'd like to search the floor. Is this like bull operating on a track system, or does it look as if it moved with its legs?
You give me...
Is Bannock down with us?
You're investigating the floor, so give me an intellect test. I'll let you roll with advantage for this, actually, because it's kind of like...
my berry for one more round, don't it?
I think so, yeah. It's kind of like tracking what you're trying to do, so
I'm going to use this, and it should be +4, whatever I roll.
Wow.
Nice.
You look at it, and you can see in the dusty floor, there's no tracks or anything, but it actually looks like you can see the footprints, the hoof prints of this bull in the dust.
I will relay that message to everyone whilst taking a step away from the bull.
And it looks like they only head to the west. You don't see any bulls like footprints that would head this direction. They're all heading towards over where it is.
Something he did trigger this.
Are we searching his backpack?
Yeah, search his backpack and his cloak.
All right. You look through his backpack. You notice that he has a torch. He has iron spikes, 60 feet of rope, an old withered away apple, and a silver locket. Also, now that you're all kind of close there and climbing over this thing to look closer, and you move the body a little bit, it reveals in the forehead of the bull statue there is a shattered emerald.
A shattered emerald?
So out of that gear, is anybody taking any of those things? Torch, iron spike, rope, crappy apple, or silver locket? or
I'll
the
take
shattered
silver locket.
or the shattered emerald.
I'm gonna take the locket.
I'll take a look at the... Yeah, I'll take the shattered emerald.
This bull is made of bronze, right?
Yes, bronze.
Is its horns bronze?
Yes, the entire thing is bronze.
Does
We
it have
found a
any kinda-
gold bull and a bronze bull. We need to find a silver bull missing a horn.
That's what I yeah.
Wait,
There's
what?
a silver bull missing a horn somewhere.
No, there wasn't a gold. Where did you see the gold one?
Wasn't the one in the front gold? I thought you mentioned
No,
it was
it's a
gold.
colossal onyx bull.
Oh, I don't know why. I thought
That's
it was
fine.
gold.
It was onyx. This one is bronze. But
Oh, okay.
so as you can see, the shattered emerald is there. That is valued at 20 gold pieces if you sell it. That was lodged in the forehead of the bull. Now, the silver locket. As you take that and you investigate it there, Bandek, you notice on the back there is a engraving there that says "To Orwin with love," and there's a
I guess this man is Orwin.
and you open the locket, and inside there's a painting of a smiling red-haired woman. But it's valued at 5 gold pieces. All right, so let's say that pretty much took the round of everyone. Oh, and your thing expired. So top of round 7 here.
I got a bit of use out of that thing. That wasn't
You
bad.
got a good bit of use, I think.
Yeah.
I guess moving through here, we should make sure we don't trigger anything that might bring this thing back to life.
Is his torch that was in his bag like a full torch? Not a
Yep,
partial torch?
unused, perfect torch.
I want to take my torch that I'm currently partially used, light that torch, and then just drop my current torch.
Light the new one. Now I will point out as well, Bandek, you are encumbered, so you can't carry that thing you picked up.
The locket encumbered him?
Yep. Let me see. Yeah, it's considered a slot. Treasure takes slots.
I got some slots if you want to hand something over.
It is.
I'll
Pretty small.
hand you-
I agree, but
I'll hand you my tent.
I don't have enough slots for the tent. That's 3, right? I only got 2 right now.
You know what? You can have.
But here, do you know what? I'll give you the treasure I just got. I'll give you the emerald, and I'll take the tent.
Okay, you're good.
I fully expect to burn all my torches, so that's my spots.
It's all good. So the gear is switched over, and now you can take your turn.
I'll investigate as
Assuming this bull ran the length of this hallway as part of the trap, I would assume no wall traps, most likely. It would undoubtedly set them off as it went.
Well, it's designed not to activate the trap itself. Let's just be overly cautious, lest we end up like Orwin.
All right, Kilvar, are you doing wisdom to look down the whole hallway, or are you?
I think I'm locked up. I'm waiting for anything to reopen. You can roll for me if you want.
Okay.
Yeah, looks like you're out of it right now.
Well, you rolled a 20, 17 plus 3. So with that, you scan with your eyes up ahead, and other than those tracks that were pointed out to you, you don't see anything else of note. Everything looks fine. You don't see any traps, no loose panels, nothing.
We move forward.
As you look forward, that comes to a dead end. It's just a flat, dead-end hallway.
There's nothing of note here. Guess we head back.
I'm going to move up at the wall just to see if this wall opens at all.
See if there's any hidden passages.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
You go up and give me an intellect test. And since you're searching this specific area, it's only DC 9.
Oh no, I thought it was a 9.
Yeah, you don't see
Wow,
any secret
sevens.
doors.
I am on the 7s.
Here, I'm up here as well. I'll make a check just because otherwise I'm doing nothing. Let me just say.
All right, you're both scanning the walls for secret
Yeah,
doors.
because I mean, like, we're the only ones up here. I mean, I don't have the best intellect, but still, I might roll well.
Okay.
9.
You search, and you do not find any secret doors. It's just a dead-end hallway. And
Told you.
And that is it.
Oh.
There's nothing of note. It just appears like this hallway was literally its purpose. You're not sure, but it looks like it's just designed to be.
I think Orwin found its purpose.
Yeah, it's just literally a trap
Clearly.
hallway. Because
This was a thing for Orwin. However, clearly there's other people here besides us. So we should be wary. Maybe if we're fortunate, they set off some more traps along the way.
Alright everybody, the next episode will be here on the screen if it's available at this time. Otherwise, if you enjoyed it, be sure to hit the like button, comment down below, let me know your thoughts on the adventure, share this with your friends if you want to help this channel grow, and as always, stay in the light.